I am now checking that we are live almost. YouTube is online and Twitch is online.
Cool.
Let me make sure. Yep, that's all working. Yep, we are good.
All right. Um, so, hey, everybody, welcome to Cohacking on VirtualCoffeeBot. Today we have like an infrastructure session. I'm going to explain some things about Docker and then try to implement them, Docker and Kubernetes. I myself am, uh, I used to be a Linux infrastructure expert back in the days of VMs and servers. I use containers at work, but usually they're maintained by somebody else. So I have a good grasp of some of the concepts and a not so good grasp of the other concepts. I did get in touch with a Kubernetes consulting firm that are really excellent. And they said that what I'm trying to do is so simple that someone like me will be able to figure it out if I just keep bashing my head against the wall for like a couple sessions like this. And so I shouldn't try to overdo it with the Kubernetes tooling. Um, but they did explain to me some really important things, I think, about containers and Docker and Kubernetes that I would love to share with you guys. So first of all, when I set up VirtualCoffeeBot, I basically copied settings that I use at other projects that I work on with other people, like for work and other ones as well, where on production, it's running on a Kubernetes system, but then on development, it's using Docker Compose. And Docker Compose is a tool that's created by Docker. So I guess this is what the Kubernetes firm kindly explained to me, and I actually, it was quite interesting. I didn't know about this history of Docker, but basically when Docker launched, Docker, they had a vision of people using a production uh, hosting system called Docker Swarm, and I guess it might exist right now. It might not. I'm not sure. But Docker Compose, which is really commonly used in people's local configuration to run multiple Docker uh, containers that network together to provide one complete web application across like a couple of different services. Uh, the Docker Compose was designed as the development version of the Docker Swarm. Like you set up everything locally in Docker Compose, and then you deploy it to a Docker Swarm in kind of like a transparent way. But Docker Swarm, although it may exist, is not that popular. And so Kubernetes, which is Google's technology originally to deploy containers at scale, has taken over as the leading standard for deploying containers on the cloud, designed on the same principle that allows Google to run billions of containers a week. Kubernetes can scale without increasing your ops team. And so we had I had this problem, which is when I want to deploy to the cloud, I would like to use Kubernetes since that's what all the good dashboards and tools are built for, even at my own workplace. But locally, I only know how to run it using Docker Compose. And so today is about migrating from Docker Compose to Kubernetes on my local, and then trying to figure out a way. Apparently, when you're done configuring Kubernetes, you configure another file for the production environment, and you just run the command kubectl apply, and it will just migrate everything to the cloud and deploy it in place. I don't expect to get to that magic moment yet. What I am trying to do today is there's a tool for Kubernetes called Kind, like humankind, um, and Kind lets you run Kubernetes locally using Docker container nodes designed for testing Kubernetes. And so my goal is to move from Docker Compose to Kind today. And in order to do so, I'll probably have to learn some Kubernetes concepts that I didn't fully understand before. Uh, the notes that I took when I spoke to the firm was there's a couple of terms. There's an ingress, and then there's a pod and a service. These are three concepts in Kubernetes. And to be honest, I don't fully recall what those three are. And networking in Kubernetes is a little complicated because you have to put a load balancer in front of the ingress, as far as I can recall. Um, and so let's see how much we can figure out about this technology as complete newbies. So let me start by quickly going over the configuration of VirtualCoffeeBot in Docker Compose. There is a database. It's right here. It's a really simple Postgres database, version 13. There is a front end. There's a backend service, which is called VCB app, that runs on the Postgres. So it depends on it. I don't know where that dependency, it depends on VCBDB right there. And then there is a front end called VCB UI, which depends on, which links to the backend and depends on the app, which in turn depends on the database. So the front end depends on the backend, which depends on the database. So all three of those are together. And I also have this PG admin that I sometimes run optionally to log. It's a dashboard for um, logging into the database and seeing what's up in a human readable way. I'll be back in one moment, and then I'm going to spin up the app. Right. So typically when I do Docker Compose, I run Docker Compose just up like that, and it will spin up all the different services in here: VCBDB, app, UI, and PG admin. And it will put them in these two networks within which you can link to the others using local URLs. So for example, the front end can access the back end just by doing HTTP VCB app, and the networking is all handled by the fact that they are in the same Docker Compose network. This is really convenient, but the world of Kubernetes is quite different. So let's try to figure out how. So yeah, I think everything is up. I don't know if it's running yet. I see the database is up. I see the backend is up, and I see the front end is about to start. So yeah, it's really easy to use. If this is for whatever reason too complicated, there are ways to deploy Docker Compose to the cloud, but I really strongly prefer to migrate to Kubernetes because that is the standard. And I would just like to standardize everything, because if this app starts to be used widely, which is a distinct possibility, the easiest path to just let it grow on its own auto scale is by just leaving in Kubernetes and allowing it to grow. We won't have to shard the database until we have like 10,000 customers. So 10,000 organizations using it. So, that's a long road not to have to worry about anything except adding a server here or there. So yeah, it would be great if it really worked out that way. For those people who may or may not know what VirtualCoffeeBot is, it's a really simple app that allows you to create coffee pools um, within your Slack channel. I happen to be logged in, so it doesn't show that. So I can, connect with my colleagues in an organized way. It's designed for remote teams or remote groups to foster collaboration. It can also be used by in-person groups, but my thinking was, when the pandemic started, everybody went remote. I was like, oh, it'd be really nice to find a structured way to meet everybody that I work with or would like to socialize with in a nonprofit. And yeah, demo 616. This is how it works. You just create a new coffee group. You select the members who will be in it, and then this meetings tab is deprecated. It's now just the schedule tab. And there you can see all the meetings are scheduled. Some of them you can mark as already conducted. Oh, maybe that doesn't work. Great. But if I click schedule meetings, you will see all the meetings are scheduled. Oh, the ones I marked done did work. The done state didn't show up correctly, and the sort order is a little wrong. But as you can see, all the meetings have been scheduled in order, in 4 days, in 11 days, 18 days, 25 days. uh, 25 days and 32 days, right? So every week, different people are meeting different people. And we also tested the notifications. So the app is like 85% done. Like with a little more polish, I'll be ready to test it in private beta. So now is a good time to push to the cloud and get it live on virtualcoffeebot.com. Because like one session after it's live on virtualcoffeebot.com, we can encourage like a couple of organizations to start testing it to see how it is working for people in the real world. So that's Docker Compose. Now let's study the Kubernetes and kind documents and see how we can recreate a similar state. So how do I install kind? Go get. All right, let's try that. Go not found. Sudo apt get install go. Oh, there's no snap. I can't use snap packages because I am using WSL. Install go on WSL2. All right. Please don't be behind a paywall. All right. No, I want to download Go to my computer. So on Mac OS, Microsoft Windows, no. I actually want to download Go for WSL2. Okay, W get unzip. All right, let's see what the latest version is. And let's see if we can do that. Do they do the source or do they do the AMD64 that we are using? How do I check what my Darwin? No, Linux. That's what I want. Copy link. There it is. And now I want to do wget this file. Copy these lines. So the first one would be yeah, that'll be downloading in a moment. Right now, CD, all right, MV to /temp, CD /temp, RXVF, go, all right. All right, echo $path, grep, local, oh, it should be there. Yeah, user local bin is there, which I like a little better than what they're suggesting here. You know what? I think I'll go with their suggestion because it's just easier. So sudo mv go to /user local go vim vshrc g Let me add more things to this path. Um, export go root equal to slash user developer. I can just copy these lines as is. So this is good, I think. I would like for it to go here. Oh, that's supposed to be secret. Giving it away is a permission. Is this stuff? Copy and paste. All right, now we should have go. Perfect. Cool. Now I can do go version, and I can do go get. Yeah. Paste has some small transcription issues, but we are now going to get kind. Cool. So we are installing kind. I don't know what this stuff is. Okay. Right. All right, so let's see if kind works now. Yes, it does. So let me go to my home directory. So I'm not in VirtualCoffeeBot. Why don't try this command like a noob and see what it is. Try and create cluster. So now we have a cluster. I have no idea what that is. None. Can we find out? All right, something is going on. But meanwhile, we can read the docs. Whoa. Okay, I don't really want to do all that. Creating a cluster. Using a pre-built node image. What is that? Specify another image. Okay, by default, the cluster. Okay, you can use kubectl to interact with your cluster by using the configuration file generated by kind. Sweet. So kind create cluster. Oh, you can name the cluster. Okay. Kind clusters. Now kubectl cluster info context. Kind. Right. See how it goes. You can load an image into your cluster. Cool. So I can Docker build these images, load the images into my cluster, and then I can get a list of the images present on the cluster node. Okay. Okay. What is all this stuff? Jeez. All right, I'm gonna let it build for a bit. like 7 or 8 minutes, and if it doesn't work, then I will increase the RAM like they suggest and try again. Because right now, oh, it did work. Okay, cool. I have enough swap that it should just work be slow. Um, mhm. Wow, this is a whole different world. Okay, control plane. Oh, interesting. Okay, nice. Okay, we're gonna try this next. Keep CTL plastic info the context. Kind. Okay. All right, so now let's look at the cluster and see what's inside it. Okay, all right, so whoa. So yeah, I heard about this. The Kubernetes um, does every. Let's see if this works. Oh, pretty cool. Oh, cool. Right. So yeah, this would. Ooh, it did work. Look at you, Visual Studio Code. Um, threw a bunch of text at you. You did not put it into a file. Okay, dump cluster info.json. Code cluster info.json. Yes, I do. All right, so now this is the Kubernetes cluster that's been created on my local machine. I think this kind key is just kind, but everything else is Google has sufficient memory. Google has no disk ratio. Okay, so this is the status of my cluster. I guess there's 8. Wow, we can have 110 pods and 3 GB of RAM. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on here, but I guess it kind of works. And it's got all these images inside it that I don't really understand where they came from, but my whole point would be to, and something is wrong with the JSON. Oh, because it's giving different things. It's just dump. So there's an event list, I guess, as well, which has 0 of 1 nodes, not ready. Okay. Default scheduler. Okay, core DNS container. All right. I mean, I can't read this too well, but it seems to me, let's go with the simple cluster info again, knock it down. That this status is what we need to know. So what the hell is this? Let's try to open it. Advanced, proceed to localhost. Forbidden, okay, I guess that's something. And it's the Kubernetes control plane without authentication. Same thing, okay. System anonymous cannot get this resource in the namespace cube system. Okay, so this is up and reporting business. Now, how do I add a image to it? Node image is a Docker image running nested container on system D. Okay, let's see what's inside it. Oh, it's the same document. Images. Node. Uh-huh. Right. Okay, it's created off the base image. Okay, that doesn't exist. Node image. Wow, that's a lot of files. All right, let's just go back to the docs and try to do this. Okay. Loading an image. Cube load Docker image. My custom image 0. My custom image 1. Okay. All right. So where are my Docker images? Let's see if I can just have kind load. Right. Find load. The Docker image ls. See what we've got. Grep VCP. Cool. 4 months ago. Huh? All right, let's try this another way. So try to build these images separately. I think I'd like to start with VCB UI and then go backwards into VCB app. I don't know how the networking will work. But at least if I try to hit the UI, it should show me like something. Right? So VCB app build. So let's see how to build this image. Okay, let's try that. Docker build. Well, I mean, I can just try Docker build. Let's see. Failed to walk. All right, let's try VCB UI like we said. Docker build hash. Let's see what other Docker build commands we have. Dash G. What is this thing called? Cool. So I can name it like that. VCB UI. Gosh, complicated. Let's keep it caps. Cool. I'm gonna go on mute for a second so I can yawn until this npm install is done. Okay, I'm coming back now. Hopefully, cool. So this build is images built. Now how do I put this image in my Kubernetes cluster created by Kind? So Docker load Docker image VCP. Let's try that. Kind load Docker image VCP. Right. Oh, okay. Docker build -g, my custom image unique tag, my image directory, download Docker image, my custom tag unique tag, kubectl apply -f my manifest using my. Okay. Ingress. Okay. No, I want Nginx. Okay. Hmm. Cool. So this is what I want next. Um, hmm. Okay. Well, let's try to do that. So we're loading this. Once that's done, or even if it isn't, I can probably do this. Cool. Ingress is deprecated. Oh, oh, V1 beta. I see. API version is V1 now. Okay, cool. Let's try that. So where is, how do I do it? Localhost. Loading. Okay, pods are not ready. Cool. I think. I think this is what they meant about increasing the Docker memory. But let's see what happens. Gotta give it some time. Loading away. I wish there was some way I could introspect into how long kind load takes. How long does kind load take? I guess at the same time I can docker build. Oh, it finished. So now let's try this. Connection refused. All right, well, let's see what you got. Let's try to do kubectl apply. Kubectl apply the cluster for context kind. Okay, let's try to get this file. So container kind. So kind will have created a Kubernetes config for us with a certificate, a name, a context, and all this other magic stuff. And then once we've got this cluster stuff, we need to add definition for pods, which is kind of what that load thing does. So let's see. Let's go to kind. Group testing. Let's do kubectl. Let's wget this file. Ingress usage will be ingress usage.yaml, ingress usage.yaml, vim ingress usage.yaml, foo bar blah blah blah. Everything. Oh, API version. We'll change this to w. Example ingress. The rules are path foo goes to foo service 5678. Let's try adding our new path, which is to VCDUI. And we want another service. We want a pod and a service. This is what was being explained. You can have multiple pods. Cool. Well, let's see if this magically works. So cube cgl y dash f ingress usage.yaml dash context find client. There we go. All right, validating error, unknown field service name. Okay, code dot. All right, okay, boys and girls, what's going on? Testing, index usage. Okay, now what do you mean unknown service name? Yes, that's exactly what I want. Oh, wait, let's say, oh, because I'm a fool, fixed you, da 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 da, unknown field, source name, unknown field, source port. What? Let's not play. Doesn't matter really. What's your problem? Backend or service UCD license? What's your problem? HTTP paths 0 backend. HTTP paths 0 backend. Unknown field service port. Right. Okay. Let's try this again. First of all, initialize the repository. Okay, rm usage. Okay, wget that file again. Okay. And let's change the theme because I don't like this theme. Let's do the purple one. Andromeda colorizer. Let's do nice colors. Not the one for me today. That's the one I liked. Synthwave. Right, so default ingress. Oh, v1 beta 1, is that it? So let's see what the v1 API looks like. Simple. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, cool. That's deprecated in the new API. So this is backend service. Okay, playboys. I don't know how this file didn't. What? Oh, gotcha. Okay, whatever. Let's try it. Configure monster. That's me. This should work. Now backend and service and you choose service and you choose service. You choose name. You choose port. You should have a happier situation. Paths. Path type. Not relevant. Service name. Oh, are you serious? Service name port number. All right, let's try applying you now. Oh, am I sharing my screen? Are people messaging me? What's going on? Quick. Check Slack on my phone. So, figure out who it is. Grass D1. Okay, let's try this fancy ass command again. Give it to me. Ah. Okay, got array expected map. Fine, I can fix that. That's those little dashes. Ooh, path type. Okay. What is path type? Ah, prefix. Cool. Right? More voodoo. Ooh. All right. Now code localhost foo. Connection refused. All right. Let's go back to you and figure out why. Not you, but you explain yourself. So now I'm pretty sure that we are, let's go back to the ingress. So how is this being exposed to localhost? Okay, I understood that, but why doesn't this work? I think I need to apply this too. So let's get you. Okay. Let's try. So let's do another wget. Ooh, so this has some fancy routing. Whoa, I don't even know what all this does. Should probably read it, but don't care right now. I know this well enough to understand how it works. we deploy nginx deploy yellow. And now, can I just go kubectl-f, or do I need to? Yes, perfect. So I'm really starting to learn this here. So kubectl-f apply, or apply-f, 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 nginx deploy.yaml dash context every kind. I keep having kind king. Maybe that's what I should be naming. Boom. And now if I do pro localhost 2, still doesn't work. But now this magic command should help me. Let's type it out so we can try to figure out what it means. kubectl wait dash dash namespace press dash nginx. Okay. Dash 4 equal to condition equal to ready pod. Okay. Dash dash selector equal to app.kubernetes.io component equal to controller dash timeout equal to 90 seconds. Is that it? Are we happy? What's happening? Ooh, bad. No matching resources found. Okay, let's try dash dash context and dash type. Okay. We no component equal control. Okay. Where does the ingress apply? Ah. Oh, the name is wrong. Gotcha. Okay, let's see. Does this mean it's working? Okay, guess not. Give me a few seconds, I guess. Neck for condition ready pod selector. Okay. Okay, it must be installing nginx, I guess. Okay, things are definitely happening. I think, yeah, something's definitely happening. Docker memory. I'm not doing too badly. We're just swapping by gigabytes. It's pretty good. So I'm waiting for the condition. Oh, I see. Okay, so there is an ingress that is complete and works. Yeah, it's totally working. Maybe just timing out. So let's make the timeout 200 or 400 seconds. Oh, wait. Give the kids some time since it's running on less memory. And meanwhile, let's try to reapply because we're greedy. Where does this say web 80? HTTP. I see. Example ingress. Aha, host. So what's the host parameter here? Have it open in VS Code. So see the rules. Okay, and let's see the index. Going here. Word host is absent. So the absent of hold, I bet they remove that. So let's try to change that and make it host. HTTP, rules, host. Let's try to apply the YAML as is. So let's try to do that. Okay, that worked. Why? Just a moment. Oh, no, I can't take that. I can take it after my meeting. Service 2670. Okay. Fail calling webhook, validate getting injected. Cool. So that's 443. Let's try that again. So let's try this again. How do we apply ingress nginx and apply it? Okay, and let's wait 90 seconds. One seconds. Tick, 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 90 seconds. Wow, this is like the least fascinating presentation ever. So what I'm trying to do here is set up a load balancer. Allow the local host to make a request to the ingress control of ports 80 and 443. Let me see if I saw, oh, did it work? Error, timed out waiting for the condition. Okay, that's good. So it is doing something. Let me just make the condition 180. All right, let's wait 2 minutes now. Or 6 minutes, I guess, to 70 seconds. And let's literally wait, because it might just actually work as soon as this command is done running. But 270 seconds is 5 minutes. So yeah, I mean, I guess I need more theoretical knowledge about why the thing that's bothering me now is why I am waiting for the pods to be ready. There's no reason that I can see for this condition. And I don't understand where this component selector is a controller. Got it. Yeah, I guess let's just wait if this works. The whole thing about Kubernetes accessing everything over the internet, it's just strange to think about, I guess. It's a new paradigm. And my computer is on the cusp with the memory usage required to run this locally. Let's take a look at the Docker settings real quick. Let's see if I can juke out some more memory for this bad boy to run in settings. Resources. Oh, 3 gigabytes. They want me to make it 8. Cool. All right, whatever. Yeah, that's good. So I know how to do that, but it's just like annoying. $270. So let's try. How does a Kubernetes ingress work? If somebody has a nice explanation you can read. Okay, we start with 3 pods. Okay, I don't do any of that. All right, this is just way too complicated. Simple explanation. Ingress. An API object that manages external access. Yeah, typically HTTP. So how do I make it HTTP and HTTPS? These are the 2 questions I have. An ingress controller is responsible for fulfilling ingress. Okay, you must have an ingress controller to satisfy ingress. So the ingress controller should have the default, which is the Nginx ingress controller. The one I installed. Yes, that's exactly what I want. I see in Kubernetes has a tool called Minikube. Cute. Oh, very cute. Let's try that. kubectl-get pods-n. Ooh. What is status image pullback? Oh. I see. I see. I see. I see. I see. I see. So I gotta remove that image from Cayenne. Let's try that. Remove it. Okay, we did this in the command somewhere. Oh. Okay, so I understand why the command is timing out. I don't want to delete the whole cluster. Loading an image. Uh, All right, whatever we can. Not unused. I want to remove used images. Mm. Okay. Okay, let's go back in time, and I've understood what's happening, but how do I remove it? Group CDL delete, odd. Okay. Sweet. Perfect. Yes. I guess minikube. Oh, timed out. All right. So. running. I do for default context. Okay, cool. So I get that these two pods are running. I don't understand why the other one is running. Oh, cool. Now it should be. Okay, let's try something a little simpler. If this doesn't work, which it's not gonna, I don't think. It might, but it's a little too much, I think. So let's try this again, but make it simpler. So kind, delete, cluster, and delete cluster. Let me just get the simple kind cluster to work, and then for next week, I can try to add the new thing to it. So I'm going to create a new kind cluster. I'm going to apply Nginx to it as the ingress. Then I'm going to do this thing, and then I'm going to import this simple usage just like that, and then verify that it works. So just simply do the kind create. Okay, this looks good. I think next time I'm going to start with PG admin since that's a standalone application. And I'm going to try to have PG admin, hoist PG admin in there. So into kind cluster. And it's kind create cluster. Cool. TTM cluster. The info. Then I can do the tutorial, which is ingress nginx. Let's try you. Blah, blah, blah. Applied. Let's create the thing. Come on, son. A few minutes left. 90 seconds. What is a kubectl namespace? Okay. Oh, I see. So it creates a special cluster. The default. Cube system, cube public. Okay. Default is kind. Ingress nginx is a separate namespace. Cool. No pods found because we haven't loaded them. I hope this ingress nginx thing works. Don't time out on me. But close. Let's try 200 seconds and try that. Okay, this is what ingress is. Traffic comes the ingress. The ingress routes it depending on the domain name to a service, and the service can have one or more pods. So we've understood all that, but we need to get the ingress working. If it's not going to be nginx, we have to pick another one so that we can do this architecture. I'm pretty sure this is the roadblock. Once I do this, I should be able to hoist other images in there and just have it work. But it's waiting for this pod nginx controller to mount up. And for whatever reason, dash namespace ingress nginx chat. Aha, pending. There we go. Pending. 2 minutes 58 seconds. 2 minutes 8 seconds. How long is 200 seconds? See, oh, I'm about to time out again. 3 minutes 20 seconds. So why is this still going? Okay, son. I love doing that. Can I watch this command? Yeah, it's now slowly taken away. What's my system memory usage? 2 gigabytes. 3 gigabytes of memory. Not really swapping. 8 cores grinding away. I really don't see the problem. But okay, now I'm understanding what is happening here. So I think I'm going to wrap up today's session there because I have to go pick up my wife and my friend. But I'm going to run this command with a really large timeout. I'm going to let it grind away just like that. Let's see what happens. If I do this command, what happens? I don't understand what happens there. 1,000 seconds, which is a long ass time. And watch. Okay. And hopefully now it works. We will find out. I will let you guys know when I'm back next week. But yeah, I need the ingress to work before it starts routing requests behind. And that's the long and short of it. And my next tactic, if this doesn't work, is to boost the memory to 8 gigabytes as was recommended and try again. So with that, I think I'm going to conclude today's hacking session. It was pretty productive for me. I learned how an ingress works. I found a diagram that actually was helpful to me, and I learned how to create a cluster, and I learned how I'm supposed to hoist an image onto it. I'm just a little disappointed that my machine was not able to do that within the bounds of this session. Uh, but I feel good that if I tweak the settings, it will work, or I will pick a more lightweight ingress controller and get that to work. Because I prefer Nginx, but if it's too heavy for my machine, well, I'll try to increase the RAM first. Okay, Ryan, are you there? I'm gonna tap out. So I would like you to know that. Let's see what you have to say. I am going to end the session. Um,
Hey, I'm
hey, what's
here.
up?
I
Yeah,
was
no,
away.
it's all good. I don't know if you're watching that scintillating affair or not, but um, I think I've definitely figured out logically what I need to do. It's just the commands are taking a long time on my machine, maybe because I've not allocated enough RAM to my Linux virtual machine. I'm going to let it run for like 20 or 30 minutes while I go pick up my wife. And when I come back, if it's not working, I'll change the memory settings to like 8 GB and then try again. And I think one of those two things should fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll stop the stream. Okay.
Kubernetes is nuts. Like I'm starting to get the hang of it, but like, dude, it's nuts.